Technological adoption and innovation has never been more important. Over the last 2 years, we have seen technology touch all walks of life, right from healthcare to education to the startup ecosystem in the country. To discuss the key trends in this sector and how technology is supporting India's vision to become a $5 trillion economy, we are now joined by Mr. Ashish Sikka, One Lenovo Channel Head and Director SMB Lenovo India. Hi Ashish, thank you so much for speaking with ET Now. Welcome on board.
Thank you, Alicia. Thanks for a warm welcome and look forward to this conversation.
Hey, so let me first up begin by asking you the entire leg up that technology is providing for the startup ecosystem. I mean, thanks to the technology, we have seen some terrific innovation come from the deepest corners of the country now.
Absolutely, Alicia. And I think, like you rightly mentioned in your opening remarks, when we look at startups, the startups have to play a very big role as we march towards this $5 trillion economy goal for ourselves. And the Union Budget 2022 also outlines a clear message from the government that they want to build a resilient startup ecosystem. And the good part is that we are seeing startups growing, right? If we talk about 2-3 years back, we had unicorns which you can count on your fingers. But now we do more than that in a month or 15 days time frame. And the reason for everyone looking at this is because of the value add which a startup ecosystem today provides. And what has been also very refreshing for us as a technology company, the startups have been at the forefront of adopting technology and doing things in a new way. As simple, and I can speak from my own personal experience. I was in the process of selling a car. Normally, a car would have taken like a month or 2 months for selling it. But because of these startups, digital platforms and everything, I was able to do the complete transaction in a week's time. So one is the startups are growing. They are also providing ease for customers, which is what is helping them thrive in today's world. And we also have been working with them by providing them platforms, by providing them tools which can help them to get to the market faster. Example, we do understand that for startups, cash is an issue. They want to use cash in a very effective manner for customer acquisition, for inorganic growth. So when we talk to them, we do provide them options which provide them flexibility in how to deploy technology solutions. They don't need to pay in one go. They can pay on monthly, quarterly, yearly basis, whatever is suitable to them. We also work with startups to provide something called as office in a box, so that they don't need to invest in IT teams in the beginning itself when they are at the growth stage. So it has been a pleasure working with startups for us.
No, very interesting, and yes, data analytics is one thing that a lot of these startups do need to get into more of those customer analysis as well as get more information. But the other trend, Ashish, that we had seen over the last 2 years is the technological adoption in the field of education. Now, what started really as a compulsion for a lot of us is becoming the new normal. Do you think this trend is going to stay, and what kind of growth opportunity do you see in the education technology space?
No, absolutely, Alicia. It is going to stay because see what digital India is a vast country. Our population size means that we have to adopt digital tools, and particularly something which is bases edtech in a very effective manner. And the good part is with the announcement of digital universities in Union Budget, again the government has remade its commitment to the edtech sector. We do believe that it can help us cross the education divide, which we have had in the country for a while. Obviously, it will not change overnight, but EdTech is helping us bridge that gap. Only EdTech is something which can also not work. So, like we talk about a work from home or a hybrid working environment, I think it is going to be a hybrid education environment also, where you learn in school, but you also learn on the EdTech, and particularly areas where maybe it is very difficult for one-on-one education or stuff like that. EdTech can play a very good role in that. From a Lenovo perspective itself, we have also built up a platform called Smarter Edge. It's a very interesting platform. Whenever you get time, go through it. It basically uh, allows teachers who have time to work with voluntary students who maybe do not have teachers to go to. So it matches the need and the requirement and passion of people to teach and come together and build the tech environment in a very seamless way.
Wow, that's really interesting, and I think that should augur really well for a country like India, which with its geographical expense always faces the demand supply issue, right from a thing from education to a lot of other goods and services as well. So a very interesting innovation there. But Ashish, apart from this, you were talking about the entire change of landscape that we have seen on account of the work from home culture. What are the key trends that you are seeing, and how has it changed the overall tech consumption in the country?
So, Alicia, if we look at the pre-pandemic environment, obviously work from home is something which nobody had heard of. I think most of us would rejoice at the fact that we could work one day from home in a month. And pandemic changed everything overnight. First, it was seen as a burden by everyone, by employees, by organizations, that how do you work from home? But I think the tech environment helped organizations adopt very fast to this changing environment. Obviously, have been concerns about productivity and things like that. But what we have seen is both productivity and efficiency actually increase because of the collaborative tool and the communication tools which have come in during the pandemic period. And when we also did a survey of employees, not Lenovo employees, but other organizations, and 70% plus employees want a flexible work environment going forward as well. We don't think that we are going back ever to a scenario of 5 days work from home, work from office. Ever, it would be a mixed kind of an environment where you use best of both the worlds. You provide employee experience while ensuring productivity and efficiency remains in place. Obviously, for IT, it provides new challenges in terms of security, in terms of how do you make sure that the collaborative experience is seamless both offline and in the online world. And that is where Lenovo comes in. We are one of the few companies which which works with organizations from client to edge to cloud. And we are helping transform a lot of companies to a work from home environment.
Oh, well, yes, that's a tightrope to walk for a lot of these corporates, of how to manage the problems of employee engagement as well as the flexibility that the employees are watching out for. In fact, at least I am part of that 70% respondents that believe that they want some flexibility and a hybrid work culture. On that note, Ashish, we'll let you go. Thank you so much for joining us for this conversation and giving us the insights regarding the trends that we can expect going forward in education sector, in the startup ecosystem, as well as the overall changing technological consumption in the country. Thank you so much.